Pandas. We just got to see pandas for the first time ever.
This one is just sitting on one of the wooden logs and then it's just fighting the stems. It looks like
Bamboo.
the main reason we came to Chengdu was to see the pandas, and today we got to see our first panda.
We are right now at the Chengdu Panda Research Base, and it's just about 10 kilometers north of the city center. We got here on a metro train early in the morning, thinking that we'd get to beat all the crowds, but clearly not. I mean, look at this. Look at how incredibly busy it is. There's so many people. I believe they let people in batches of 200 at a time. But clearly there were more than 1,000 people at the gate when we showed up this morning, and it's only a weekday. But we can clearly see why, because the pandas that live inside this research base, there's apparently over 100 pandas that live here. Many of them are even babies, and they're so popular. People from all over the planet come here to see pandas because this is one of those places in the world where they're sort of on their own. It's not a zoo, it's basically where they're raised to prepare them for a life in the wild. But you know, one thing we have quickly learnt about pandas is that they're very lazy creatures.
They're like big, huge white teddy bears to me. They're like just sitting and eating bamboos all the time. They're not even moving around.
One fact that we read was that pandas eat up to 20 kgs of food every single day, and then they poop out. So they basically do eat, sleep, poop, and repeat, just lying around.
Living their life that way.
It's so cool.
Around their eyes you can see a big black patch, and I'm sure the eyes will be much tinier than that. You can't really distinguish where the eye ends and where the patch begins.
That's sort of why they look like a cartoon. But otherwise they're pretty much a regular bear as far as we've understood.
But they're so cute.
And that one right there, that's a red panda. It's much smaller than the giant panda, and it's much more red in color. Look at them. What are they watching? There's a pretty big frog there. Another one there. Oh, that's a chubby one. They made this pathway really nice. There's a lot of greenery everywhere. I mean, it is sort of the natural habitat for all of these animals.
And the area of this park is quite big, so we have to walk around a lot.
Right now we are inside the Red Panda Nursery, which is where we've been seeing these really small red pandas. So red pandas are in no way related to the giant pandas. The giant pandas are white and black, but the red pandas are small and brown.
They kind of look like a small fox mixed with mongoose, but they act like cats. But they're pandas. It's so confusing.
When you look at their face, you still think that they're probably bears because of how it looks so similar, like to the whole bear family. But then because of their size and the way their tail is so long, you start to wonder what kind of species they actually are.
But just by looking at them, you can see that they're like more active than the white pandas. They're moving around, they're playing with each other.
They're climbing up trees.
Yeah.
They're jumping down. They look at humans. They suddenly run really fast. And the enclosures actually have a mist machine inside. I wonder if that's something that they like. Every few minutes, the mist machine comes on and sprays a big amount of mist. And then they just run around right there. Look, a panda.
Because it's so hot outside, some of the pandas just went in. It's all air conditioned indoors, and we just saw 3 pandas just sitting right next to each other, just lying down like this, chilling in the air conditioning, just snapping on some bamboos. And sometimes they fall on each other, they hug each other, and they're like fighting over the bamboo sticks. It's so like cute to look at it.
I think pandas take the award for being the funniest animals we've seen so far. It's a very different kind of an animal experience we're having after seeing wild ones in Africa for the whole of last year. This is just so fun.
Well, it's not a mirror. Navneet is on this side and Panda is on the other side.
Just another panda doing its thing. We spent a good 4 or 5 hours.
12:45 now. I think we entered the park at 7
So we spent a good 5 hours here.
and walking
Easily.
almost 18,500 steps.
Well, the park was really nice. I really enjoyed seeing the pandas. But what?
Yeah, they were fun.
Yeah, but what I found most interesting were the small pandas, the baby pandas. They were definitely much more fun to see, especially because they are even more lazy than the adults. They're just there.
And I think most of the pandas were kind of awake and doing like something or the other, or munching on food till like 10:30. But after that, everybody is just sleeping.
So we read on the internet that the best time to see the pandas is as early as we possibly can in the morning. And it was a good thing we left our room at 6. Somehow we made it here and just in time when it opened, and then there was obviously a very huge crowd because a lot of people come prepared. But then at least we got to see the pandas in their enclosures. But I think if you're here in the winter months, it's not so bad. The pandas are actually out in their enclosures so much more than they are in the internal air conditioned ones. So you might get to see a much more fun version then.
But it was fun to see them both when they were active and when they were sleeping. I think it was more fun to watch them sleep in all their fancy ways. They're so carefree. Anyways, now I think it's time we have something to eat because we're really hungry.
So hungry.
We'll take the metro back to the city.
I could eat like a panda right now. Weather here is a bit less hot compared to Chongqing. But the good thing is we don't have to really get too far. Just as we exited the gate, the same way we entered this morning, there are buses right here. So these buses actually take tourists all the way to the metro station or even into the city. So our plan is to find something that will take us into the city. We don't need to go directly to the metro. And if we get to the city, we can get some lunch and then onwards to explore other things.
Hey, look, this one's shaped like a tram. Look at the backside. I give you the window seat, my friend.
So Shish not only gave me a window but also gave me a door.
Well, the good news is this bus is taking us to exactly where we wanted to go in the city. So we don't have to get on the metro, change any lines in between. It's just one single non-stop bus route in the air conditioning.
So the metro would have definitely been cheaper, but the bus saves us a lot more effort. And the research station, the base here, the Panda base here, actually has multiple lines that connect to the city. We just found out when we saw it here, so we decided we'd take it.
And also, we finally found out how to use Alipay to pay for the buses. Right?
Yeah. It was the first time we actually bought tickets for transport inside the Alipay app itself. So it was pretty cool, didn't have to really stress out. Otherwise, we usually have to struggle with giving cash or trying to find someone who will take a Visa card and stuff. Anyway, time for some lunch. We just got off the bus and we were starving and we found this restaurant right in front of the bus stop. We didn't really think much, we just come in here and we're trying to communicate with them to get some vegetarian food out. What's happening, Shish? Struggling. But I think we're going to be successful. There seem to be a few items which we know are vegetarian. It's not the main course, it's some side dishes, so we're bringing it out.
Look what we have now. We've got some rice, vermicelli, carrot and capsicum stir fry, potatoes, stringy tofu and cauliflower. And all this for 18 yuan, which is close to 200 Indian rupees. This kind of tastes like pickle, but also at the same time it tastes like something refreshing to the mouth, like a mouth freshener. Not in a bad way, but it's nice as a good starter. And this is stir-fried potatoes. This potato is very soft and mildly flavored and also spicy. Now it's hitting the throat. Not at the first bite, but it's nice. And the stringy tofu. It feels like noodles, but it's actually tofu. And it's garnished with spring onions. It's soft and nice. I love the cauliflowers. I think overall the seasoning is the same for all the veggies, but the taste obviously differs because of the vegetables. It's kind of nice. Inside this, there was like two pandas. They were like acting like they were husband and wife, fighting over the food, like how me and Navneet try to a Friday night dinner snack.
We don't do that. We don't do that. Shish thinks in her head that we do that. We don't do that.
We do.
No.
Well, I do. I snack his.
Yeah, she steals all my snacks. That I agree with. I like this narrative. This makes a lot of sense.